So we're solving a mystery from Scotland today on Stardeck Realms.
Scotland.
So this is going to be a regular thing where you just dance. Okay, cool.
Let's go solve a mystery.
And we write history, DuckTales. Sorry.
Yeah.
It was right there. And he was Scottish, damn it. Scrooge McDuck. There's an official McDuck tartan.
Oh, there is.
There's a McDuck tartan.
There is, yeah. Oh, you know, the one I really want to go as soon as it starts circulating somewhere?
The Witches of Scotland tartan?
Witches of Scotland.
It's a good one.
Well, it's never a mystery with Finder Seekers.
Doesn't seem to be, no.
It's like a scam.
Well, not, yeah. Yeah,
It's
we're always finding something, which is why Finders, Seekers.
Yes.
It's never really solving a murder. It's always finding, like, we did the Crown Jewels of Ireland.
We did.
We did we did the Mona Lisa. We were helping a kid get into a Hawaiian safe deposit box.
Oh, Hawaii.
Hawaii was fun. I enjoyed that one. That was a good one.
We did not record that one.
We did not record that one, unfortunately, incredibly.
Sometimes we just like to play for ourselves.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for saying for ourselves.
So I have...
It's not just taking up the entirety of our...
browser pulled up on my tablet as well, and then I'll have my phone for B-roll.
Definitely heard the browser pulled up on my tablet.
You're 12.
I am.
And I doubt we'll need it, but it's there. My other tablet.
Yeah, we don't usually need that many. We have your phone for QR codes. Let me get a napkin, because you spilled some soda in our play area.
Oh no.
I don't want to get soda on our stuff.
So the box came to us like this, opened, and you can see like there are markings here. Let's say
It didn't work.
Received in damaged condition. So at some point, either this looks intentionally open.
It does.
Like this was carefully opened. The tape was cut. Right? A mystery within a mystery.
Indeed.
And then the tabs were pulled out. This was opened.
Yeah, it feels like it was intentionally opened, yeah. But
look at the tape. It's been cut.
Yeah, I see it.
That's a clean cut. It means it was cut with a scalpel, not pulled.
Hey, Poirot, relax.
So, what are we doing here?
Relaxing. All right. But at any rate, the envelope itself is intact and sealed still.
Were they really suspicious of what else could be in here?
I don't know, man.
I'm going to Google Finder Seeker scams later and see if there's something up there. Like some scammer company is using the Finder Seeker's name.
Your whole brain is a crazy wall, isn't it?
You're just now realizing this?
No, I realized this a while ago. I just never have said it on camera before.
Some of our best moments have been solving mysteries together.
Absolutely. A fairing.
I stand by it.
That's not a word. That was a fun video.
It was our first on-camera mystery together.
Yep. Ren Fair Regicide, Hunt a Killer.
I was trying to think of a way to say...
having an affair?
Yeah, well, there was another verb I could have used, but I was trying to keep it YouTube.
Illicit shagging? What?
I don't like that word.
Me neither. I'm really goofy on every one of these thumbnails.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Okay, unboxing.
Hufflepuff. Oh, hell yeah.
Argyle Tartan Hose.
Old Man of Storr. Sweet!
Finder Seekers.
Finder Seekers branded Argyle Tartan Hose. Opie-ope.
Oh, yeah.
There appears to be mysteriousness afoot on the socks.
Does that look like any clan to you?
I don't have an exhaustive knowledge of that. It's not dissimilar to Ferguson.
Kind of feels like Ferguson, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's not exact, and I'm sure it's not meant to be a real tartan.
I think it's just a generic plaid they made up.
A placemat.
Placemat setting. It's all very gingham.
It is very gingham. That is a Midwestern diner style tablecloth. That's wild. Okay.
Why is there tape on the stone? Oh, it's taping the flower to the stone.
Yeah, I think that's the idea.
Yeah.
Evidence photos and such.
A lot of evidence photos. Okay.
Quite so.
Always with the flower of Scotland on it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, those are thistles. Rid the vaults of scum. Edinburgh Vaults for a community cleanup day. That feels like it's going to be double entendre-fied. That's not a word. Okay.
Amen?
Sure. Those pop out, don't they?
They do.
Hmm.
There's serrations there.
Interesting.
We'll need the dots or something.
Yeah, what's the thing in the... What is that?
These look like darts, yeah. But there's writing on it. I think we have...
Oh, you're unfamiliar with this sport, aren't you? These are golf tees.
I don't golf, no.
Oh, it was invented in Scotland.
So there are 5 of these and 5 of these holes.
That probably means something.
Something tells me that means something, yes. All right, introduction letter.
Should we... Is there a compare your stuff with the thing?
Oh, yeah. I think there's a QR code we can scan for that.
It just lists it out here.
We have a lot of police reports here.
Mm-hmm. Poster. Always have the collectible poster.
Mm-hmm.
Collectible poster of Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what castle that is offhand.
We have a newspaper.
Indeed.
And we have 1,
A number.
3,
No.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 police reports, all with a different landmark on them.
Nice.
If these are all Scottish castles?
I would imagine they probably are, or at least Scottish landmarks of some fashion, yeah.
Yeah, landmarks. They're not castles.
All right. Shall I begin the readery?
Yes.
All right. Hello, fellow seeker. Welcome to the rugged homeland of Scotland, where your detective skills are greatly needed. You have been commissioned by Police Scotland to help solve a cold case from 1986 that has stumped authorities for decades. On June 25th, 1986, a roll of 35mm film, the front page of a newspaper, and a dried thistle were discovered in a bathroom at Edinburgh Castle with a desperate note that simply stated, "Please help me. Call the constable. I've been kidnapped. See police photo below."
We're saving a kidnap.
When the film was developed, there were 9 photographs that led constables to different sites throughout Scotland. At each location, they received reports of a Jane Doe who, under the watchful eye of her captor, left behind an encrypted clue in thistle flower. Ultimately, detectives were unable to decode her desperate messages, and the trail ran cold. Now it's your mission to review the evidence and solve the case. How to complete the find. Start with the 9 detective constable notes. There are 9. Each one details a detective's visit to a specific location in Scotland from the victim's photos and any relevant evidence gathered at the scene. 2. Each detective constable note and any evidence referenced together contain a puzzle with a ciphered phrase to decode. You can solve the 9 puzzles in whichever order you like. Record the 9 secret phrases on the suppositions worksheet, which I suppose we have here. There we are. Use the secret phrases in newspaper to solve for Jane Doe's name and hidden location. Complete the find at the website below here to verify the victim's name and location. Hints and answers are provided in the step-by-step guide along with tips and tricks. Inside the box should include everything you need. The newspaper article.
Newspaper.
EVU 13897. Yes. Should be, yes, okay, good. Pair of socks. We clearly have that. 5 golf tees, got those. 9 detective constable notes, had that. The Edinburgh Vaults flyer. The tartan plaid pattern. Photo from Nessie Cafe.
Yep.
Photo of gravestone.
And all these photos, I imagine, is what was developed off of
I suspect was developed off of the roll of photo, film that they found.
One photo of what?
Photo of a gravestone.
Graves. Oh, is this?
That is
Okay.
square with holes cut out.
Yes. We just had that.
It's around here somewhere.
It is, yeah. Yeah, here it is.
There it is.
Okay.
Photo of a typewriter.
Typewriter.
Photo of a book index.
And all of them have thistles on them.
Indeed, she left a thistle at all of her locations. They received a report. She left an encrypted clue and a thistle flower at each of the locations that were detailed. We start with the constable notes and then kind of go from there. Is that kind of the vibe that I'm getting?
I guess.
You're a hidden treasure, right?
Lochness.
Woman strikes gold in Glasgow, which is spelled differently. Computers talk using numbers. Page 11A.
Okay. Okay, we're not going to read all of these out loud. That would take too long.
Yarp.
We have our 9 copies of these notes, all detailing different landmarks.
Yes.
So one is Lochness, and and this is the painting. This is our painting, right? That's that castle.
Maybe it's a very similar castle. Yeah.
Urquhart Castle.
Urquhart.
And then we have Glencoe in the Highlands. Oh, quite a history. Old Man of Storr.
This goes with that. Does it?
Mm-hmm.
I got one. All right. So we got the Old Man of Storr. National Wallace Monument. It's not William's fault his descendants are.
Yes. Glasgow
Necropolis.
Is that a graveyard?
Yeah. Edinburgh Vaults.
Oh, there's Edinburgh Vaults. There's a cleanup.
Yeah, they're probably cleaning algae off the walls of these stone.
Little clues.
Correspond to a constable note, yeah.
This is how we solve the puzzle.
Right.
And we need 9.
Yeah, 9 phrases to solve where she is. The old course at St. Andrews links, so the old golf course.
Which would be that. Okay, it's starting to come together.
The Glenfinnan Viaduct. We'll get there.
Yeah.
All right, shall we just begin? Oh, and sorry, there's one more. Or 2 more. One more.
The Stirling
Castle. Nice.
And then there's this.
Yeah.
The suppositions. Cipher discovered at each photo location, but what is the connection?
And according to the itinerary, or like when they found them, this is the order that they found them in. Not necessarily the way we have to solve them, but...
Where is Jane Doe being held captive, and who is she?
Yeah, so we need to figure out who and where.
So this is what we write down to. These are the 1 phrases, and then we have to answer these 2 final questions once we're done with it.
And that's what we put into the websites to solve.
It's all very grade school worksheet.
Grade school worksheet homework, yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll give you a packet. All right. So how do you want to start this?
Let's just start at the top of the pile and work our way through it.
Yeah. We start at Lochness then, which is where they finished up. Case number 13897, interviewee Gordon Brown, date 1st July 1986. We aren't going to read all of these out loud, you said, but photo dated 23rd June 1986 is unmistakably Urquhart Castle and Lochness. I sought solitude and nourishment at Nessie Cafe. The owner, Gordon Brown, remembered seeing the man and woman in question and reported that the woman looked distressed but wasn't allowed to speak. Mr. Brown observed that while the man went to the water closet, the woman was fixated intently writing something. Perplexed by the drawing and considering the erratic behavior, Mr. Brown saved the placemat to inspect later. When I showed interest in obtaining the writings, he was very pleased with himself. Unfortunately, I feel no closer to finding the mystery woman, as the answer to her riddle is as elusive as the monster that swims in the depths of Loch Ness. Submitted for evidence, police photo of the table placemat with the strange markings on it. See police photo. It feels like we have to find the next one in the sequence, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Not that I don't understand what that will do for us, but...
Did you ever find the hints?
I thought you had.
No, I told you I couldn't find them. That's why you logged in. Or was it just about the music for you?
I think we both know the answer to that question.
It just takes you back to that page, but there are no hints available on that page.
How very strange. Hand me the... Where did we put the intro page?
It's on the back of the poster behind you. We cannot be stumped this
early? No.
early in the game.
No, we cannot.
It always takes us back to the immersion page.
But that's just the last page.
Do they expect us to just be hintless until the very end?
That doesn't make any sense.
That's not how Mona Lisa...
No, that's not how any of this has worked previously. All right.
There would always be available hints.
Bear with me a moment. We cannot be stumped this early.
Alright, let's just move on to another one.
Yep. How about we maybe start with... Let's do the one that they did in that order first. Let's go to Glencoe first.
Okay, Glencoe.
All right. Scottish clans are kinship groups among Scottish people who share history and identity. Traditionally, each clan has a specific tartan, seen the podcast appearance for nonsense about that, from which they made kilts and other clothing. Glencoe village is the site of many clan conflicts, including the massacre of Glencoe in 1692, in which 38 members of the MacDonald clan were killed on orders from the king. I sang a song about that. Glencoe is a stunning valley of steep volcanic peaks cut by the River Coe. Victim photo dated 5th June 1986 was difficult to interpret. The expansive green could have been many places in Scotland, but the River Coe in the foreground indicated it was most likely Glencoe in the Highlands. I arrived on a rare day where the sky was clear, and the tall mountain peaks not obscured by clouds. 10 people recalled seeing the man and woman in question as they had a memorable run-in with a Highland cow. The most interesting testimony came from Margaret Erskine. Margaret was walking past the monument on Signal Rock, where the MacDonalds purportedly lit fires to warn villagers of danger, when she noted a man waving his arms trying to shoo a Highland cow away from the front door of a home he wanted to search. Though usually docile, this cow lowered his horns and chased the man about the village. At that moment, the woman asked Margaret for help, but before they could find a hiding place, the man returned. As the man pulled her away, the woman was able to shove a scrap of tartan wool into Margaret's hand, along with a strange page marked by letters and thread taped to it. He submitted to evidence a page marked with random letters and thread taped to it, and a scrap of fabric with the MacDonald tartan pattern. Okay, maybe it is a legit one. I wouldn't know the MacDonald tartan offhand, would I?
Let me check that out.
I'd know the Campbell tartan, because it's basically
because we avoid it.
That's just a brighter black watch tartan.
I think it's
there.
this
It is.
one.
Yep, that's the one. Which one's that one?
This is the Clan MacDonald.
All right, so just the generic MacDonald tartan. Cool. Okay, so I got something.
Okay.
Starting here, EVERYFIFTHLETTER. Every fifth letter. When I remove that, we also have numbers.
Oh, okay.
So, let's see if this makes any sense. Yep, making sense here. COLMNTWORDE.
Column 2, last line, word 1.
Oh, I bet it refers to maybe some of this. Who knows? But we'll get there.
And all the clues that we get from here will take us back to the newspaper.
That's a possibility. Okay, we're getting there. Progress is being made. Second one was Glasgow Necropolis.
Glasgow Necropolis.
Sorry, this is going to be a funny sentence. This Victorian-style cemetery east of St. Mungo's Cathedral in Glasgow was modeled after a very popular cemetery in Paris. Its placement at the top of a hill provides strategic panoramic views of the city below. As the final resting place of 50,000 individuals, it is sometimes called the City of the Dead. Necropolis. I may have mentioned that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The first person buried in the necropolis was a Jewish man, and there is an entire Jewish section in this traditionally Christian burial. Interview notes with Arthur Walker. The victim's photo, dated 8th June 1986, led me to the Glasgow Necropolis. First, I followed one of the many winding paths past ornate monuments to the top of the hill, where all paths lead to John Knox's statue. The task of searching over 3,500 statues and mausoleums throughout the meandering park-like layout feels daunting. Luckily, I found Arthur Walker, a groundskeeper who remembered seeing the man and woman. He told me the pair had broken in after dark and the man was using a shovel and attempting to dig up a grave. Bro, come on. Arthur chased him away, and in that moment, the woman pushed something into his hand. It was a paper with holes cut out of it. She directed his attention to a gravestone where she had taped a thistle to it. The man circled back around and dragged the woman away. Submitted as evidence, police photo of gravestone, paper with 5 holes cut in, which we will have to punch out ourselves. And I assume that means that will line up with something. I get it. Para 4, like paragraph 4.
I did see word.
Word 2. I think we might actually need the newspaper. Column 2, last line, word 1. Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Flan. So paragraph 4, word 2. Not Nan.
Nan?
Nan, N-A-N. Surely not. I'm going to withhold judgment on that.
Okay.
Surely not. Never mind. Never mind. Can I bet you $5 that I know what the location's going to be?
I will edit it out, but sure. I will write it down and we'll see if you're right later.
Okay. There's a great mystery about that particular structure in general. It's sort of a creepy mystery. So the next place we're going is the Edinburgh Vaults, yes? So it is. The vaults were originally built as a cluster of large chambers in the 19 arches under Edinburgh's South Bridge. Excuse me. While originally used as workshops and storage for merchants and craftsmen, the vaults soon degraded into a hotspot for criminal activity due to the lack of light and ventilation. The unsightly vaults were eventually walled over and forgotten for hundreds of years, until rugby MVP Norrie Rowan rediscovered them in 1985. I have questions about that. The vaults are believed to be heavily haunted by several specters, including Jack the Child, the Cobbler, and the Aristocrat. Sounds like, handles of a weird, cat burglar team. The victim's photo, dated 9th June 1986, led me to the Edinburgh Vaults under South Bridge. As one of the world's most haunted locations, I deduced that the man and woman would only have gained access to the vaults by taking a walking ghost tour. Mary Mitchell, tour guide in 1800s period dress, nice, remembered seeing them in her evening tour on June 9th. She told me the man broke away from the tour group and retraced his steps to the kettle room and effectively blocked the exit. In his absence, the woman frantically handed a leaflet to Miss Mitchell along with a thistle. The leaflet was an advertisement for an event being held that day to bring the community together and clean up the vaults. Submitted as evidence, rid the vaults of scum leaflet, see the leaflet, etc., etc. So, this is the one with the weird phrase at the bottom that doesn't make any bloody sense at all.
Well, there's something written down on these notes as well.
See leaflet, evidence, this, yeah. Oh, what if we have to ignore all of these letters in this phrase?
Oh, rid scum.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if? Give it a try. See what it does for you.
So no S's, no C's, no U's, no M's.
Yeah.
You were right. Headline, word 5.
Is. I-S.
Starting to look like you're right.
It's starting to look like I'm right.
Hush.
I will not.
You know Scottish history. You should be proud.
This isn't even really Scottish history per se. This is creepy unsolved history. The old course at St. Andrew's Links. Built in the early 15th century, the links at St. Andrews took an unorganized sport often played in Scottish fields and established the 18-hole courses found everywhere today. Many modern golf courses throughout the world mimic the naturally occurring Scottish terrain modeled at the old course. That's why all of those golf courses have bizarre hills and nonsense. They're modeling it after Scottish terrain. Y'all don't have flat ground in that country. It doesn't happen. The iconic greens shown in the victim's photo dated 13th June 1986 are obviously the old course at St. Andrews Links, the birthplace of golf and the oldest course in the world. I talked to several local club members before I found a pair who golf every Tuesday and remember Jane Doe and her suspected kidnapper. Felix Wemyss bragged and he was just about to score an eagle on the most difficult hole, 17. His friend disagreed. When he saw the man drag the woman along the fairway, his friend agreed. Felix said the golf tees which the woman tossed in front of the hole were the only reason he lost that day. His friend disagreed. I recovered 5 tees which Felix reported angrily throwing into the rough. Jane Doe's markings are still visible on the tees. Submitted as evidence, 5 golf tees, 1 scribbled drawing found with the tees below.
Yeah, and we need to organize these according to
How they're laid out there, yep.
So I'm trying to figure this out according to what matches with what. I see a pattern.
What do we got?
Just don't know if it's in order.
Okay.
I mean, it all matches up. You see how in the middle, this one slightly has that slight curve up?
Yeah.
Like it connects to everything above it. So what if this is all just one letter?
P?
P.
All right. Let's move on to the Wallace Monument. Commemorates Sir William Wallace, a 13th and 14th century Scottish hero and martyr revered for his deeds in the fight for Scottish independence. Hold your initial reaction to this next sentence. The movie Braveheart chronicled Wallace. However, the nickname Braveheart was historically used for Wallace's successor, Robert the Bruce.
Thank you.
I'll give him that,
Speakers,
for getting that one correctly. Well done.
Did more history than Miranda Wallace.
Yarp. The monument is a 67-meter-high Gothic-style tower set on the Abbey Craig, where Wallace is said to have watched the troops gather for the Battle of Stirling. Since the monument was finished in 1869, the Hall of Heroes has honored many of Scotland's greatest people, including 12 heroines who achieved greatness. Interview notes. The victim's photo, dated 16th June 1986, clearly shows the National Wallace Monument. I first climbed the 246 steps to the observation deck in the crown of the tower. From there, I could see miles in every direction of the heartland, but found no clues. On the way back down, I checked each of the 3 exhibit rooms, but it wasn't until I went to the tower gift shop that I made any progress. There, I spoke with the clerk Gara Kerr, who was reluctant to help me at first. I deduced she was lying when she told me she had seen no suspicious people on the day in question. Her eyes continually darted to her typewriter. Upon further interrogation, she admitted she was worried about her job. The man had stolen several gift shop objects, including replica emblems of Scottish royalty. Bro. The woman had typed something on her typewriter and left a nasty thistle in the platen. I'm assuming that's a piece of a typewriter. Gara didn't report this to her boss and was afraid he'd find out. I confiscated the typewriter and the strange message and left her my number so her boss could take it up with Police Scotland. Submitted for evidence.
It took the whole last
typewriter. Police photo of the typewriter with the perplexing message Jane Doe had typed. Say police photo.
So I can see A, B, C, D, E, F, but every letter that's not in that sequence is Z, Y, X. So it's the alphabet. It's kind of going both ways at the same time. Oh, so we have to figure out what letter
What's next.
That's easy enough.
Sure.
Okay, L.
10, most likely, right? Adam? N-N-O. A, B, C, P, N-O, P. S. So, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. N-O, P, Q, R, S. W, so probably word 2. 9, 10, word 2. Light.
So we know what's in sync.
We know what that's supposed to be. We just don't know how we're supposed to get there.
Yeah.
All right. The Glenfinnan Viaduct. The viaduct carries the railway in a graceful 1,000-foot arc, 100 feet over the River Finnan, with unparalleled views. It took 4 years until 1901 to construct the 21 arches of mass concrete. The beautiful railway bridge has been featured in many movies, making it the most famous in Scotland. In fact, I'm pretty sure that was part of the Glenfinnan Viaduct is used as the railway bridge that the Hogwarts Express crosses in some of the Harry Potter movies. I think. It could be another viaduct. Interviewee Bridget Cunningham. I recognized the viaduct in the victim's photo dated 17th June 1986 to be none other than Glenfinnan. In order to follow in Jane Doe's footsteps, I boarded the Jacobite steam train at Fort William and rode across the famous viaduct. The employee pushing the snack trolley, Bridget Cunningham, anything from the trolley? Recalled that the suspicious man and woman rode the train on the day of the date of the photograph, on the day of the date on the photograph. That's a wow, bro. Bridget said that the man was rifling through the overhead baggage compartments and causing quite a ruckus among the other passengers. The woman ordered a packet of crisps, but instead of paying, handed Margaret a slip of paper on which she'd scribbled a series of numbers. The woman then pointed at the timekeeping clock on the counter where she had also placed 2 thistle flowers. Bridget tried to get more from the woman, but she went silent when the man came back to sit next to her. Evidence, police photo of the railway timekeeper clock, and the scribbled note.
So we don't have any extra clues for that?
Nope. It's literally just the stuff that's right here.
Okay.
Okay, I get it. We're tracing shapes. P2, W3. Yeah, okay, cool. On view. House. I love it when a plan comes together. Stirling Castle was built in the 1500s on towering volcanic rocks above the River Forth, at the juncture between lowlands and highlands. Equal parts fortress and palace, it has been the birthplace, home, and coronation place of many Scottish kings and queens. Mary, Queen of Scots, was crowned here in 1542. It was a key site for famous battles such as Stirling Bridge and Bannockburn. I'm assuming the one from Stirling Bridge and Bannockburn was an older castle. That'll happen in the 12 and 1300s, not the 1500s, but fine. And besieged many times during Scotland's fight for independence. Interviewee notes with James Wells. On 29th June 1986, I, Clyde Thompson, lead detective of the Missing Persons Unit of Police Scotland, followed a lead to Stirling Castle, having identified it as the location shown in the victim's photograph dated 20th June 1986. I asked 27 guards and employees if anything unusual had happened on the 20th, before tour guide James Wells came forward. He reported seeing a man and a woman acting strangely among the carved oak visages of past kings and queens in the Stirling Heads Gallery. The mysterious man appeared to be intensely searching for something. The woman waited until the man was distracted and approached James. James said she seemed well afeared as she handed him a book with a dried thistle marking the table of contents. I asked to see the book. As he walked me to the royal palace to retrieve the book, James talked about how Mary, Queen of Scots, spent her early years here and how Stirling Castle is a symbol of Scottish independence and pride. I deduced that he was defaulting back to his scripted tour instead of giving me information relevant to the case, and I asked him to stop. I kept the book he retrieved as evidence. Submitted as evidence, police photo of the table of contents page from the coronation of Mary, Queen of Scots, and the thistle.
So I guess we have to find letters amongst these words and put it together for here.
So we end up with the number with the letters we need, and then we have to unscramble them or something.
Okay. So number. Okay.
So the third letter in here is R. P. The 11th one is P.
Reporter.
Okay. So we'll do the same thing here then. So Queen of Scots 7 is F. M. The first name. Reporter first name, Eileen. Old Man of Storr, 14.8 kilometers outside of Portree. The Old Man is a large pinnacle rock formation on the Isle of Skye. It can only be reached by a 3.8 kilometer rough-hewn hiking trail. Legend claims the rock formation is the thumb of a giant who died and was buried on Trotternish Ridge. Interview notes. The victim's photograph dated 21st June 1986 is of the Old Man of Storr. I drove up to the Isle of Skye and parked at the base of the hill. As I ascended the trail, I spoke to every hiker I passed, but none had visited on June 21st, the date marked on Jane Doe's photograph. I scrambled through the wind and fog up the slick mud and passed a sign that cautioned danger. Do not go beyond this point. The sign right there did that. The high winds at the top of Trotternish Ridge nearly tore my notebook out of my hands, and the view, while amazing, offered no insight into the location of the missing woman. However, as I descended, I discovered the clue I'd missed on the way up, a thistle and a pair of argyle socks neatly placed at the base of the sign. Submitted as evidence, police photo of the Old Man of Storr trail sign and one pair of argyle socks. Is there a possibility those might actually fit me?
You can try them on later.
But I take my simple choice when I can. Okay, so sign, the argyle socks. I do what?
Well, the clue's in the back.
I know.
So we need a last name, right?
So it's got to be counting letters in the sign. It's got to be.
Yes. Because we need this and this.
Mm-hmm. The fact that she's leaving such complicated clues, she's leaving complicated clues, well thought out clues, that's calling into question the comma splice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was really trying to pull for her on that one.
Let's see. I see something.
What do you see?
Danger. Do not go beyond this point. So whatever.
Oh!
It's the same letter numbers here as it is here.
So we're just modifying the sign. F-I-R-S-P-E-A-R. First paragraph, word 24.
Remember?
Probably. Okie dokie. Last one, Lochness. Nessie's Diner. What the fuck?
Is there anything else to reference?
Nope, they're all self-contained. They must be. Okay.
So we have the message down here, but we have to figure out, so
How many of these are there?
26.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 24, 25, 26.
So we have to figure out all of the letters and then decode this.
Yeah. I think maybe I see it.
Okay.
So, not the message necessarily, but it seems like the dot on the inside is what's moving, and then the dot on the outside only changes after this has gone through all of its positions. So A, B, and then C would be a dot on the top and then a dot in the center of the side.
Okay.
And then D would be in the bottom corner, dot on top and then bottom corner. You see what I mean?
H.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then I is top, middle, and then dot on the outside right.
Mm-hmm.
So then top right corner inside and dot on the outside is J. Or dot, yeah, like that. And so bottom corner and right, bottom, middle, and right. Just like that. Nice.
Okay. Now we
Okay.
have the letters.
I will do my best. E, 29, line 29. W, O, R, D, O, N, E. 1.
Told it.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Do you want to go back and try and solve St. Andrews? Let's give it one more level try, even though we know what it says.
We can do another try. It's got to point to that article somewhere.
So the letters we'd be looking for is L-E-S.
Or they might do it L-A-N-D. They might call it island.
There's nothing in here with land or less. So I have to be column 2, line 2, or 3. Oh, here. I took photos at every angle. Well, we know they sometimes abbreviate. So what if it's paragraph something, word something? Because I do see a P and a W in here.
Yeah, probably is meant to be that.
See a 20 something here.
Yeah, me too.
$25? Or 25, paragraph what? Paragraph 4 or 26. And that is some bullshit, because that is difficult to see. So either they misprinted the second one, which I'm thinking they did, or we're just meant to deduce, because this was supposed to be 4 would be.
Yeah.
They misprinted.
That's gotta be some misprints.
Yeah, they misprinted the center.
At least the center.
And with booze.
Might have been more. All right, but we got there in the end.
So it's land, not isles.
Fine.
We figured everything else out.
So, location, Flannan Island Lighthouse. Name is Eileen Campbell.
Yep.
Interview notes. Congratulations. After decoding the victim's 9 encrypted messages that pointed us to the Flannan Island Lighthouse, I chartered a boat on the first fair-weather day for the 1.5-hour trip to the lighthouse. I walked up the supply path and the washed-out stairs attesting to the wild storms this place endures. I've been searching for her all these years and will be pleased to know she is alive and well. Now that we've connected her missing persons file to the cold case, we'll be able to reunite Eileen with those she wasn't even aware were still looking for. Still looking her. Jesus wept, guys. Some proofreading is all I ask for. She gave her warmest thanks for solving her case. To learn more about the real-life missing lighthouse caretakers from Flannan Island, visit here. This is not your best work, Chris. For fun.
Not happy about the degrading quality of Finder Seekers, are we, honey?
No, we are not.
There are common typos. One of our clues was misprinted, and this is not the thing to do this to us on.
No, it is not.
Oh, we figured it out, and we didn't even need hints.
No, we did not.
The grammatical errors and the misprint and
The fact that we probably wouldn't have figured
at all.
No hints available at all. Would we have figured out all of that if I didn't know the story?
Probably.
Would have gotten most of it.
We would have gotten most of it, and I think we might have filled in the blanks. We hadn't figured it out immediately looking at the majority of the words.
Yeah.
I mean, we figured out Campbell just by looking at Camp.
Like, well, if that's a name and it starts with Camp, you're going to have Bell at the end of it.
I don't think we would have ever figured out the golf tees if we hadn't reversed it.
Yep.
I will write it down and we'll see if you're right later.
Okay. Flannan Isles Lighthouse. There's a great mystery about that particular structure in general. It's sort of a creepy mystery. Okay. The lighthouse keepers, there's an E on the end of that word.
I knew that.
The lighthouse keepers, at one point in a very large storm, when they were all just kind of there, manning the lighthouse as you do, disappeared without a trace, with hot food still on the table, all of their stuff is still there. They're just gone.
I think I heard about that.
Yeah. Astonishing Legends did a good episode on it. It's a creepy mystery. The fact remains that something absurd happened. If rocks that weigh over a ton were moved, iron railings are bent, the railroad tracks got ripped out of the concrete, something immense happened on that island.
The world is full of mystery, and I am not so arrogant that I would turn my nose up at denying any supernatural.
Sure.
I was, after all, visited by Hatman.
You saw the Hatman before you knew anything about that story.
I knew anything about Hatman, which is why I introduced him for my dad and screamed at him to get out of my room.
Yep.
And then when I was visiting my dad at the time, Hatman just strolls into the room I'm staying in, and I wake up and see him standing over me, but my dad is a tall man who always wears a fedora.
And usually dresses in black.
Yeah. I was like, Dad, what are you doing in my room? And then he vanished.
Mm-hmm. The Hatman was like, that's never happened before. I'm out. I'm a bounce. Yeah. And then you came back from Oregon and told me and Joe that story, and we're like, you saw the Hatman. You're like, what the hell's a Hatman? Mm-hmm. And then we introduced you to this entire world of cryptid nonsense, and you were like, yeah, that's what I saw. And I was like,
I found a photograph on the internet that was exactly what I saw.
Big black silhouette. Looks like it's a dude, a tall guy in a black coat with a fedora hat. Yeah. Moving on. Where were we?
I don't think he's ever tried paralysis on someone who actually related to someone who looks like
dude did not read the room. I don't know, man.